The trend is your friend is one of the best known sayings among the trading community. In my trading journey, I've used and tested hundreds of trend indicators to help me identify the trend of the market. But a few days ago, I came across a free indicator on TradingView that I had never heard about. So I did some research about it, put it on my chart, and I must say that I saw some potential. As you can see, its signals are consistent and allow you to catch larger price movements. And so, in this video, I will introduce you to this new indicator, show how to use it, and also test it on more than 5,000 trades among the Forex, crypto, gold and stock market, so we can altogether discover its real efficiency. So, this new indicator, which is capable of identifying the market's trend, is called the Trend Continuation Factor. On TradingView, you can find some versions of it, but the one that I will use is this one provided by this trader. In addition, you can also get the code of my version by going to the free materials channel from my free Discord community. The Trend Continuation Factor is a technical analysis tool designed to assess the strength and direction of a market trend, and traders use this indicator to identify when a new trend has begun. It is formed by these two lines, the green one, which is the TCF plus, and the red one, the TCF minus. When the TCF plus is above the -1, it means the price is on an uptrend, and when the opposite is true, it means we are on a downtrend. And so, how do you know where to find the signals? It is very simple. When the TCF plus line crosses above the TCF minus, so when this green dot appears, it means it can be a good opportunity to enter a long position. And when the opposite is true, it means it can be a good time to enter a short position. Also, as you can see, on the default settings, this indicator gives some fake signals, and for that reason, I tried some different combinations of settings and found out that by using 45 for the length and the HL2 for the source, which for those who don't know means the average of the high and low of a candle, the signals are more consistent and with greater probability of success. But to confirm the results of this indicator, we will need to backtest it. As I usually tell you, to conduct a proper backtest, you need to have first the technical system, second the risk management rules, and third the testing conditions. Regarding this last step, if you have been watching this series, you already know that my testing conditions are always the same, so I can compare the different indicators I test fairly and efficiently. So, I will backtest the trend continuation factor in 3 different time frames: the 30 minutes, the 1 hour and the daily one. On every time frame, I will use the data sample from 2022 and 2023 with all the trading sessions with an efficient and diverse portfolio of assets from different markets, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, 3 currency pairs, gold, oil, the S&P 500 index and the Apple stock. Then I will present you the results of every asset individually and also together, because for every backtest I will create a trading journal with all the trades given by the indicator in the 3 different time frames. Regarding the second step, the risk management, it will also be the same one I used in the other episodes, using a 2% risk per trade, a stop loss calculated based on 2 times the average to range indicator number, and by using a take profit on the 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio zone. If you would like to know more about my risk management system, check out the first episode of this series. Finally, regarding the technical system, in addition to the trend continuation factor, I will also use a 200-period exponential moving average as a baseline, just to filter losing signals from the indicator, in a way that I will only consider entry signals that are in the same direction as the trend given by this baseline. Here you have an example of a long position where the price is above the 200 exponential moving average, and here you have a short trade example where the price is below the baseline. And in the 2 examples, you can see that the stop loss is 2 times the ATR PP value at the close of the signal candle, and the take profit is on the 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio zone. And so these are our backtest conditions. Now, the most popular way of backtesting is pretty simple to do. We just need to go back in time time and check every signal manually. However, if you have been watching this series, you already know that I like to use a special tool to backtest indicators in a quick, simple and efficient way. And for that, I will add the indicators testing bot to my charts. For those who don't know, this is an innovative tool that allows quick testing of indicators, and that from week to week has new indicators added to its database. At the moment, you have 40 indicators available to test, among trigger indicators and baselines. With this tool, I just need to select the indicator I would like to test, and in 1 second I have all the results on my chart. In addition to me, dozens of traders also use this unique tool, and the feedback has been amazing. So thank you all for your amazing support, and for those who would like to use this tool as well, I will briefly talk about it at the end of the video. After selecting the data sample, the risk management, the trend continuation factor with the settings I told you about, and the 200 period exponential moving average with the confirmation function, we are ready to start this big analysis. As you can see, the trading bot not only displays every valid trade on the charts, but also gives me the statistics about each asset I want to backtest down below on the strategy tester tab. And because I have the premium TradingView plan, I can download all the trades the bot takes, and that's what I'm going to do to create the trading journals. I will speed up the backtest, but you can slow it down in the YouTube settings. I'll see you in a minute. After inserting all the trades on my trading journal, here I got the results of the trend continuation factor on the 30-minute time frame, here on the 1-hour one, and next to it on the daily time frame. In the 30-minute one, after more than 3,500 trades, it achieved a win rate of 48.35% and a net profit of 40%. And I would like to take this moment to clarify a question that many of you have been asking. Although the theoretical risk to reward is 1-to-1, in practice it is a little higher than that. Because if the trading bot has a new entry signal in the middle of an open trade, it closes it to enter on the new position. And this happens especially in trades who would be a loss. For this reason, our average loss ends up being lower, and therefore our true risk to reward ends up rising. Here you can see that the true risk to reward ratio is of 1 to 1.07, and that's why even with a win rate below 50%, we achieved some profit. Here you can see the results of every asset, and by looking at the equity chart, we can verify that in this time frame the trend continuation factor in these conditions is not consistent. Then in the 1-hour time frame, after more than 2,200 trades, this tool achieved a win rate of about 50% and the total net profit of 126%. Here you can find the average results and trades per year. With a profit factor of 1.06 and an average drawdown of about 17%, the strategy in this time frame got a more consistent equity curve when compared to the 30-minute chart. However, it had a max drawdown value of about 62%, which is a negative point. And finally, on the daily time frame, after 99 trades, it achieved a win rate of 39.4% and a loss of 33%, which can also be noticed when looking at the equity chart, being this result the worst one we had so far in this higher time frame. So overall, although it seemed initially that the trend continuation factor was an amazing indicator, in these conditions it proved that it is not. Of course, things can change if we add a volume or a filter indicator to this system, but I remind you that in this series I am just testing different indicators on the same sample and conditions to discover which ones are the best. In our ranking sheet, I will insert this indicator here, which I think is the fairest spot. Tell me in the comments if you agree with this placement or not. And so, the dollar stochastic will continue to be our top one indicator, as it is the most consistent one we have analyzed so far. If you'd like to know more about it, check out this video on my channel. Also, if you'd like to access this ranking sheet Excel, you can do it for free. The link is in the description. On this tab, you can check all my tested trading strategies, and on this one, the ranking from the indicators tested on this series, where you can also find out how you can access this indicator testing bot I showed you during the video. Just click here. If you think you have an indicator that can beat the dollar stochastic, you can share it with me in the comments or on my free Discord community, and probably you'll see it in a future episode of this series. So do not forget to subscribe to don't miss anything. And finally, if you enjoyed seeing my working methods and would like to work one-on-one with me to enhance your trading system and become a better trader, you can see all my available services on my website algotradepro.org. And that's it. Be well, thank you, and I see you in the next episode.